Switzerland has pulled the plug on their tax breaks for electric vehicles. But I would call this kind of a good news, bad news story. The bad news is that they're getting rid of this EV incentive, but the good news is they're doing it because they say that they've reached a penetration now of electric vehicles in Switzerland where this is no longer necessary. They've had this in place since, can you believe it, 1997. They put in
Wow.
this tax exemption.
How did you,
Yeah.
how many electric vehicles were even available back then in Europe? I mean, there must have been a couple,
Yeah.
but wow.
Obviously not very many, but and now this year, EVs are set to be 23% of all car imports. This story from Electrek, by the way. So now that they've, EVs at 23%, they figure, okay, well, it's time to start getting some tax revenue because, of course, you lose, it's a tax incentive. It's a tax reduction. So
Right.
now that they're putting this back into place, it's going to start again on January 1st, 2024. They're going to make about $2.2 billion a year on this tax break that they had been giving it.
Well,
So
that's a lot
the
of
European
money.
Union is trying to bring, we've talked about this a lot, that we want to do the transition as quickly as possible. So it very much makes sense for countries and states and provinces to have incentives, but those incentives just can't probably last forever because we need governments need tax revenue, and they're not about to give that up. But the European Union overall has goals for emissions. They want to be down by 55% from the 2021 levels by 2030, and then net zero by 2035. So Switzerland thinks that they can meet those goals even getting rid of this EV incentive because, the demand is just starting to be there for electric vehicles.
4% duty they have, an import duty
Yeah.
on, I don't know what it applies to other than vehicles. Perhaps it's other things as well. So that's 4% of the car gone and on billions of dollars of revenue. For the Swiss, those neutral Swiss. And
Those neutral bastards.
The Clean Energy Show.